here is so this software that I'm using coming to you now is called Ecamm, and it's a studio sort of mixing software that you can add to your camera if you're going into a Zoom session, and you can just mix things up. Think of it like if you watch a TV program, how they cut between cameras and go to videotape and have different elements on screen. Well, you can do it on your home computer. I've tested quite a few over the last 6 months, and this particularly was spurred on since COVID came. And really, I was getting into this live streaming. And when you say live streaming, it's live video. So rather than being a pre recorded video that we make and you put up, you just essentially hit the live button and you go live. So when you hear live streaming, it just means live video. So I've just settled on this software called Ecamm, and about a week ago, they put out an announcement that their price was going up. And this has happened a lot with a lot of software out there, simply because when COVID came, they gave all this software to people at a discounted rate, basically to help people because, we're all just thrown into this and we were struggling. And then now the world is getting a bit of direction where it seems to be we're going to be doing this for probably another 12 months or so. They're getting their act together, and they were upping their price. So as part of that, I just put out a little community announcement video and sent a number. Samia, I'm hearing an echo. Right. Gosh, it could be a million things. Thanks, Samia. Well, let me double check my settings here. That could well be me because I jumped on and maybe haven't checked. No, I got this one here and my output. I'm just wondering, it could be you. I don't know if anyone else is hearing. In sound, yeah. Look, it all seems to be good coming from here. But let me check Restream. I'll go over here because I'm using multiple bits of software and they're all like stacked in line with each other. Settings, audio output. Yeah, you look, it all seems like it should be good. Echo cancellation, all that is on. Well, I don't know. Hey, Samia, maybe you're in a maybe you're in a really hollow room. You're not in a basketball court, are you? Look, I'll just keep soldiering on. Maybe keep it brief if the problem keeps happening. But anyway, with Ecamm, what I did was I just put out this community announcement and said to people, hey, they're upping the price. And if you get in now, you get the old price grandfathered for life. Sent a few people a few links because they asked for it. But anyway, I ended up being a winner. They had a competition on that I didn't even know they had the competition on. So I get this email in, and I actually thought it was I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just a marketing ploy to get me, and then I thought I was going to delete it, and then I read it. I went, no, I had won three. They had 4 weeks of competitions. The last one was actually today that was announced. And so I was the week 3 winner, and I won a whole heap of stuff here. So what I won, just quickly, is I won a year's subscription to this software that I'm using right now. Hey, thanks, Derek, for that. Sounds good to me. Oh, looping 3 times now. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'll have to go back and look at this. But anyway, back to this. I got a year's worth of this Ecamm software subscription, which is, to me, really valuable. I also got 12 months of this TubeBuddy. I'm not going to use that. TubeBuddy is a software to help you promote your YouTube channel. But I got 12 months of Restream, and I'm using Restream now, and I just used the free account. So I'll be upgrading to the pro account. Maybe that'll save the sound problems. and uh, and that's worth. I mean, that's probably worth about $300 or $400 a year, which is really good. And I must say, if you're not using Restream, what Restream does is allows me to come through my Ecamm software, and then Restream sends me to. You can choose. I've got YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn all at the same time. So and I find that useful. But then I've got this ring light. Now the reason I'm so happy to get a ring light is to show you that you don't need one. Right? There's this. It's a sort of a folklore that's come out there now. People go, oh, I need a light. People go, get a ring light, and I got no idea why they're telling you that. Um, you can use them, but there are things that you need to know about a ring light that can cause you problems. And I've never wanted to buy one because I don't want to buy one. I'm not going to use one. But now I've got one that I can show you. Then I've got an Elgato collapsible green screen. Now, green screens are where you put a green screen behind it, and just using the electronics in your computer, you can key out the background. When key it out means literally clip it out and replace another picture in there. I've gone away from using green screen over the last couple of years because, quite frankly, I think it's a bit of a pain in the bum. However, just with all the processing power that's going into computers, it's just getting easier and easier. So I started using it again. Now, a collapsible one is literally, like if you were had a banner made for your business, or you were at a conference and it was in one of those pull-up stands. That's what it's like, and it's quite good. I'm quite excited about getting this because they give a very tight screen. Now, one of the problems with a lot of other green screens is you get wrinkles in them, and you can key them out okay, but the smoother your screen and the more evenly lit it is, and this is the big secret, if you're wondering how to get good keys in it, it's about how you light the screen. If you can get it as evenly lit as possible without shadows on it, you literally go click with your button like that, and it works so well. So it's worth putting that extra time up in the start. There's some animated countdown timers, so over the I could start the live and you could see me through in the background, but it'd have a timer with a circle on. I could set it for any time, just saying coming live in 2 minutes time or something like that. And then the big one is a Stream Deck XL extra large, which is good for me because I'm getting a bit extra large here. No, but a Stream Deck extra large, it's one of these, it's like a little switcher. It's buttons, which I can, you can preset all the buttons to do different things. So I could go from the camera to a video, but this is one of the big ones. I think it has about 32 keys on it or something. So I don't know if I'm going to use it because I use my switching on my iPhone. But anyway, we'll see if we get to that. So I just sort of let you know that I didn't even know I was in a competition and I won it. So that was okay. Got to be happy with that. Now, the next thing I just want to tell you what I'm doing right at the moment is I'm repackaging my focus of my speaking. I was building my speaking career and then COVID hit. And so like most speakers around the world, we all took a hit on it. And I was developing a direction with speaking and video and that sort of area. But I've realized I need to repackage that because people don't buy video for speaking. But what's happening out there is people are buying speakers around digital transformation. And what digital transformation is, look, we're all living in the middle of it. I mean, what we're doing here now is digital transformation. So it's going from doing things a previous way to where we use a lot more digital technology. I mean, simple examples are, you don't use as many credit cards or plastic cards now. We all have apps on our phone. The world's biggest, what do you call them? Accommodation provider, Airbnb. They don't actually own any real estate. World's biggest taxi company doesn't own taxis. That's Uber. World's biggest movie house, Netflix, doesn't own any movies, cinemas. We're actually going into this digital world. So businesses, right throughout the businesses, are struggling to get in there. But the big thing is that none of the barriers to businesses going, this digital transformation, and you as an individual, the barriers are not technological. You just buy the piece of technology. That's not your barrier. The barrier is you. The barrier is humans. The barrier is people don't like change. Anyway, that's what I'm good at. I mean, I've spent a life of living a life of transformation. And so I'm going in with my speaking now to help change the culture within businesses and help people understand that now, change is the new normal. And you've got to have this process of being able to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So I'm going in. This is a rather long-winded description of what I'm actually going to tell you about this. So I've refocused my speaking efforts, but with that, I have to make a new speaker reel. So right at the moment, this is what I'm working on. And this is actually what I wanted to show you because there was a good learning point in this. If this is my script, and my script, when I'm writing my video scripts, I just do it in like on a Word document. I don't actually have it in columns. A lot of traditional video scripts are in columns. I just like to do it this way. It's very, very simple. But the point here is the coloring, because this is an opening line up here in the pink at the top, the brownie pink. But in green here, this is, I actually use green for green screen. So I'm going to record this section in front of green screen. But further down here is more green screen. But the reason I wanted to show you this is because if you do it this way and use color, it enables you to, when you're recording your video, when you do your green screen setup, you don't record this in order. Traditionally in video and film, nothing is ever done in order. It's done in commercially convenient order. So, how can you do it in the most cost-effective way? And so you can do this too. So when I know I've set up my green screen, I record this section here and this section down here. There's also this blue is I'm planning actually going onto a stage. I'm trying to find a stage. I've only got about 3 or 4 lines, and I just need somewhere I can get in for 15 minutes, get the camera set up, get a bit of stage lighting, just a big empty stage, and off I go. But the thing is, I know when you script it out like this and you use the colors, you can then do it very efficiently, because then you just record all those bits that you need for there, because you've pre-planned it out. It's a big thing about scripting. People go, I don't want to script. You don't understand how much time you save by doing a detailed script. Because when this comes down to an edit, this is just a blueprint for the edit. So if I didn't want to edit myself, I could give this to somebody else and I'd give them all the component shots and they just put them together so fast. I mean, this is very commercially smart to do that. That's what I wanted to share with you today. So look, if you've got any value out of that, that's terrific. Thanks, Samir, for jumping on, and Derek, thanks for jumping in as well. Have a lovely week, and I'll catch you sometime too. Soon. Speak English. Soon. Hooroo.